What's up, everyone? Hey, this is James Quilty, and today I have a bonus video for you, which I'm really excited about. So I had Wally reach out to me, and he was asking me, so what would you recommend with my supplement that I'm trying to put together? How would I use an SLO offer? And so I asked him, with his permission, if I could film this and share this with all of you. Because I think it'd be really beneficial. Okay, so we're just going to jump right into it. And okay, so this is Wally's supplement funnel that he has, and so he's offering, and what he told me was his target market is people with nerve pain, neuropathy. So he has a free handbook. Okay, and then he immediately after they opt in for the free handbook, he upsells them on his supplements that helps with nerve pain. Okay, and this is his original funnel. Now, okay, so and here's the upline. Now, I would recommend that you do not sell your product right up front, and the reason for that is if you've listened to what Steve Larson had talked about when he was working with Russell Brunson, that when they were putting together their supplement funnel, it was, I believe, $120 for one lead to sell their supplements on the front end, right? Okay, and so and to be honest with you, and even when I was running my fitness business, when we would try to sell our clients, even clients that had been with us, and they know, like, and trusted us, when we tried to upsell them products, supplements on the front end, it was always so much resistance. It was always a lot of pushback, and not because they didn't trust us. It's just I don't know what it is. But when I started incorporating done for you challenges, 30-day, 20-day, 6 weeks, and it had like the workouts and the meal plans, and then in that program I actually had supplement suggestions. Our conversion rate went up to about 80%. Before, it was about 10 to 20%. And honestly, I don't know what the psychological thing is. All I can tell you is that when we tried to promote the supplements on the front end, we didn't have a lot of success. When we started incorporating that into some sort of a program, our results started to skyrocket. And that's just from my personal experience. So what I would recommend, and here's the outline for the handbook, and I'm going to pull that up for you, is I would actually have some sort of a cheat sheet, and then your first upsell would be selling this handbook for $27, $37. And then from the handbook, after you've sold them, some sort of like done for you program, like with a meal replacement or like a meal plan, or maybe the top supplement, or excuse me, the top smoothies that you could make in the morning that helps alleviate nerve pain throughout the rest of the day. And guess what? Part of that smoothie or part of that morning routine would be your product, right? And then you would sell your product on the back end. But I'm going to pull up this, let's see, where's the outline? Okay, so here's the outline for the Wally's handbook. And just looking through here's the chapters, here are the chapters. And mind you, if you haven't watched my video on the supplement SLO from Joel Marion, I highly recommend that you go back and listen to this, because all I'm doing is I'm working through the framework that I created, but I'm also following the model that has actually been proving out by people way smarter than me, and actually did a whole lot of awesome awesome sales, basically. So okay, this is what I would do. I would take Wally. I would take chapter 3, and it says hitting a nerve, sciatic. And the reason for that is because I would pull that chapter out, and I would have some sort of free cheat sheet on how to alleviate sciatic nerve pain. Why? Is because so many people suffer from sciatic problems, and people that are in pain, that is a huge market. People who have pain will do anything to get rid of their pain, right? And a lot of people know what that is. So I would pull out from this chapter, the top 3 things that you could do to alleviate sciatic, a nerve pain. That would be your free cheat sheet, okay? Going along with our framework. So your target market will people with, sciatic nerve pain. Because and I know that you have like neuropathy, and I know that that would be your target market. But what I'm saying is that sciatic is something that people understand right off the bat, right? And so you have a little bit of larger larger market niche. Does that make any sense? And I'm sure people with sciatic nerve pain, they know what neuropathy or nerve pain is. And the reason why I say sciatic is because a lot of people know what that is. Most people that are going along with pain don't really know that they have like neuropathy. They just know they have like a lot of pain. And so your targeting message, you'll have a lot more success with the targeting message if you go from the sciatic nerve pain, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I would take the free cheat sheet, right? And that would be how, the top 3 or 4 things from that chapter from your handbook on how to solve that sciatic nerve pain. And then from there, I would upsell your generic information product would be that handbook. And let's go for this. This would be the first upsell. And then if you want to go right into the supplements, you can after you've sold the handbook. But I would recommend on the back end, after you sold the handbook, again, some sort of done for you, which would be like, say, morning smoothie routine, meal plans, because that's something that's very low barrier and people understand that and they don't think that they're getting taken advantage of because there have been so many scams out there with supplements. And there's been a lot of news reports about people taking certain supplements and then dying and whatever. It's put a lot of negative spin on supplements itself for people, and so they're kind of standoffish. But there's not been any reports that, hey, people were doing the smoothies and all of a sudden they dropped over dead. So that's a really low barrier, if that makes any sense. So I would do the free cheat sheet of sciatic nerve pain. You would upsell them on the handbook, and then from the handbook I would have some sort of like I said, smoothie or done for you meal plan. And that's something that's really easy. Go to Fiverr.com. There's a lot of people that are on there that will put together a meal plan for you. You just have to give them the specifics, and you just lay out the specifics that are in the handbook of the people that you want to solve. Obviously neuropathy, nerve pain, maybe diabetes or whatever, and they could put together that for $20, $40. Really simple. So now guess what you have? You have a meal plan that you would upsell them, right? So this is like $27. You'd upsell them what, $50 to $67 and then in that meal plan you're upselling them on your supplements. And then if you even want to, on the very back end after, okay, so let's go this really quick. You have the free cheat sheet, you have the handbook for $27. You upsell them on some sort of like smoothie or done for you meal plan. And then not only would you be putting the supplements in that meal plan and putting those supplements inside the handbook itself, right? Then on the very back end, your last upsell could be going right to your supplements. And then on the follow-up, then obviously you're bringing people back to sell them on your ultimate product, which is the supplements. And this has been proven out by Russell Brunson. What did Russell Brunson do? He wanted to sell ClickFunnels. He tried to sell ClickFunnels on the front end. It didn't work. As a matter of fact, Steve Larson talks about that it was almost a failed project. He almost shelved it. And then he actually approached it from a different standpoint, which was, he was selling people on a program on how to use funnels to get people to buy your product or service, right? And then he sold that for $1,000. It was $1,000. I believe it was the funnel hack system. And in that funnel hack system, guess what? He showed people that ClickFunnels was a tool that they could use to put it all together. And your supplement is the same thing. Your supplement is no different than ClickFunnels. So think of your supplement as ClickFunnels, right? You have the free cheat sheet. Your program is this handbook, okay? Then the handbook, talks about all the things that, they could do to solve their neuropathy and their sciatic nerve pain, right? And then you have the done for you, which would be like the meal plan. And then what you're doing then is you're upselling them on the back end, which is your ultimate goal, which is the supplements. Does that make any sense? That's how I would do it, and that's how I would approach it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to me. And all of you that are listening to this, dude, take the same framework. It works for anything that you're trying to sell. Use this framework. Remember, whatever the main product or service you're trying to sell needs to be on the back end. Have some sort of a program that is a non-barrier that people are going to like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. And then inside that program, guess what? Your product or service is a part of that brings it all together. And that's how I would do it with that supplement, Wally. I hope you got some value and you got a little bit more clarity on how to put this together for an SLO. And if you guys have any other questions, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to kind of walk you through a framework on what I would do, because that's how I would do it if I was going to be selling. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm actually doing for my product and services. And I've done it before and with my fitness business. And I'm actually in another video, I'm going to be going over what I actually did and share with you those numbers. So that's all I have for this video. As always, you guys have an awesome day. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.